Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Eric, from The Horror Within Me. This is my first real YouTube video for the channel, The Horror Within Me, which is dedicated to my podcast and movie reviews of all things horror related, things like that. So, what better way to do my first real video than the watch and review of the Halloween Ends trailer? And the reason I say that, for those of you who are new to The Horror Within Me, or me personally, Eric, I grew up a die-hard Michael Myers Halloween fan. Loved them since I can remember. Have seen them all more than one time. Obviously, most horror fans have, and if you're especially a Halloween fan, you know what I mean. So there's so many cool videos already out there on YouTube related to Halloween Ends, related to the reaction trailers, the theories, the everything surrounding Halloween Ends, and it's just such a fucking wonderful, you know, time to be alive. You know, we're getting another final Halloween. It's the last Jamie Lee Curtis playing Laurie movie. It's the final showdown, for lack of a better terms, which, whether they make more Halloween movies or not, it's going to be the final screen time of Michael and Laurie, with Jamie Lee reprising her role of Laurie Strode, which she began over 40 years ago, 1978 we're talking. So let's take a moment and realize that this is going to be, regardless of how they do this film, which I hope they do with justice, because they can do many things wrong, which we'll jump into. But before we do that, let's just jump in, watch the trailer together, and go from there. All right, here we go.
Come on, let's go. Come and get me, motherfucker.
Alright. Alright, let's pause it there. Just leave it there. October 14th. We got about a little over 2 months left. Whew. Small little trailer. Minute and 16-second trailer, it seems. And let me tell you, Blumhouse paid attention to our complaints from the fans, because it doesn't give any of the movie away. I mean, it gives us a battle of Michael and Lauren. If that's what they're showing us already, imagine what they're not showing us. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's gotta be so much shit that we're not seeing. And first thing I want to point out with the trailer is the fucking house looks just like the Carruthers house from Halloween 4 and 5. I know it's a little different and it's not the same house, but it's so fucking close. I feel like it's another homage to the past films. Another thing is the absence of Lindsay Wallace in the trailers, which I follow very closely to other YouTubers and their videos. I've watched so many different things about. There's apparently she's got a very minimal role in it, and I'm okay with that. I was kind of upset that I don't want to say the word upset, but I was a little bummed that they brought her back because of the fans and they fitted her into the movie more after killing Karen and Kills, because of the first image I think we got was Lindsay, Laurie, and Allison in like a bar, like a promo shot. Don't know if it's from the movie or if it's just a promo shot. Whatever the case is, I didn't like that. And then the Judy Greer sending the Final Girls t-shirt to the three of them just really bothered me, to the sense where if you're going to kill off a Strode woman, you don't replace her with Lindsay Wallace to continue the three survivors. At that point, you should have kept Karen into the story. that's just my opinion. I'm really very, very intrigued to see how they're going to tie in Karen's death, because in the synopsis it says that Laurie has decided to be liberated. She's writing her memoir and she's moving on with her life, but is forced to face the darkness or whatever the case is. So to me, that sounds like she grieved properly for Karen and is moving on with her life. And I just don't see the point in killing Karen if it's not going to be a pivotal plot turning point for the movie. We only see Allison, I think, once in the trailer, so we don't really know how it affected her, losing both her parents, all of her friends, her boyfriend. Like, her whole life was lost in 2018. And to be fair, she lost way more and more traumatic than Laurie even dealt with 43 years ago. Think back to Halloween 78. Yes, it was traumatic. She lost 3 of her friends, and she was stalked and attacked, but Allison's encounter with Myers in 2018 and the amount of loss and trauma that she endured was so much more significant than Laurie. So I'm very curious on how they're going to play that into Halloween Ends. I wonder if we're going to get another trailer that's going to dive a little bit more into showing the accusations of this new character, Corey Cunningham, who everyone thinks is obviously a copycat of Myers, who the running title of Halloween Ends was Cave Dweller. We see a scene in like a sewer, which I'm guessing that's where Myers has been, which also bothers me yet again. Bothers me because Halloween Kills stress the fact that Myers just didn't care about Laurie Strode, just wants to, hunt, kill, and go home. And that's how we end Halloween Kills. He literally kills Judy Greer, Karen Strode, in the bedroom of his sister, and then stares at the window. So for him to disappear for the next 4 years and never be seen again, what prompts him to leave the house that he's only wants to be in on the same night after killing Karen? Is there another altercation and he gets away and that's why he leaves? There's a lot of unanswered questions that they have to answer in this movie. It's the conclusion to the new trilogy from Blumhouse, and you can't leave any stone unturned or anything left for the diehard fans. We have to have these answers. And another thing in in this whole thing is we can clearly tell, everyone's heard about it, that in the opening scene of the trailer where Myers is opening the door and it's supposedly Laurie in there, and then you see her with the gun, he has all of his fingers on his hand that is blown off from in 2018. So clearly that is not our original OG Myers. We already know that, so everyone's running theories Corey Cunningham, which it might be. What we don't know is where these scenes fall into the timeline of Halloween Ends. It could be, we're just assuming that this is taking place in the end, or it could be in the very beginning. Does Laurie kill him? I don't feel like Laurie, if she's better, she's just shooting random people that look like Myers or impersonating Myers. I really am wondering how that's going to play. And obviously she doesn't, if it's Corey Cunningham and she's pulled a gun on him, I don't feel that she's the one that kills him, because if we look at in the sewer scene where he's grabbed by Myers, I'm pretty sure that's his demise, and so do many others. So I'm okay with not knowing anymore. If this is all we get for the beginning, if we don't get another trailer, I'm okay with that, because we've got so much from Kills that I remember seeing the Halloween Kills trailer and I was like, oh wow, like it was exciting to see, but also I knew that the nurse and the doctor were killed. I knew that Marion was killed because they showed them hanging and we can notice them in the car. We can match their clothing. There's so much that we tie together as fans. We don't just watch trailers and movies. We dissect them, right? We pay so much attention and we watch it over and over and over and over and over again. Like this here, I have seen the trailer. I watched it on release, and I remember I didn't realize it got leaked, but I watched it when Blumhouse released it at 10:30 at night the day before it was supposed to. It was a Tuesday. So I've seen this many times, and I've tried to dissect it as much as possible, and I don't want to get spoilers. I want to be surprised in the movie theater, but I try to spot little things. Like, I was disappointed that I missed the ring on the hand when he's stabbing what looks to be a down pillow or something. So I'm just super intrigued, and I'm so excited, and I'm like I said, I'm okay if there's not another trailer, and that's really it. I really want to know what all of your thoughts are. Now that I'm entering the YouTube space, this is something I want to keep tabs on. I want to also enter and collaborate with other great people who are a part of YouTube and and Halloween fans, and just build a community and enter communities that are already existing. And let's talk about the Halloween, universe. And not just Halloween. I'm like all horror movies, Let's dissect it. So if you want more content, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or on my website, thehorrorwithinme.com, which has all of my episodes for my podcast, which is focused on horror movie reviews. And check back to this channel for more Halloween Ends updates and content as I find it or hear it, as well as other things in the horror universe. So that is all for today, and as always, my friends, stay spooky.